What the hell's going on? I hit the record button there and it took 4 times for it to actually work. Very strange indeed. Let's hope it doesn't take 4 times to rescue Rebecca Chambers.
Rebecca!
So we will rescue her, but first, we're going to turn the light switch on. And get the second metal object, and it's one of the most confusing things about this game when you first play it, where that goes. Down to where Lisa Trev actually is. Because obviously that wasn't there on the original. Just take him out of the equation, just so he's not a danger. That tends to happen here, I don't know why.
Rebecca,
Chris!
you okay?
I didn't mean to get you worried.
We can't stay here any longer. We have to get to the others and find a way out of here. You with me?
Yes.
Then I'll go ahead. Until then, Rebecca, you're on your own. Stay cool and use your better judgment. Got it?
I can handle myself.
Good luck.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Advice from Redfield: stay cool, but also stay in school. Trust me, kids. That's what Chambers did, and now look at her. She's doing well. Enough shit talking in this playthrough to last a lifetime. But really, would you expect anything else from this channel? So we've got the doggos. I can put the MO disc back and put that back. Really, I don't need 2 elf items. I got 1, and there's herbs on the way. Although I'm probably going to end up getting poisoned by those friggin' snakes. Okay then, let's create another super herb. Oh, and I need the crank. Let's crank this shit. I need the battery as well. That's kind of important. I really should be saving at the start of the caves, but I don't feel like the cave area is as dangerous on this game as it was in the original. Holy shit, was it dangerous in the original. Much more intimidating as well. And I've got to say, that music, I can't really imitate it, but it was just really creepy and worked really well, quite simply. Awesome. Right, in the last part, this dog trolled me. Oh, look at him. No trolling this time. Anyway, I need to get to the... Wait a minute, what? Yeah, of course I do that first. I got a 200 IQ! Woohoo! Imagine Resi Remake, kill all enemies, you have to kill all those snakes every time they come down. No thank you. Good chance this dog might get me. Fuck him if he does. Might be on light caution now. Still, I'm fine. Oh, Redfield's a fucking tank, lads! Oh, don't go behind me, you piece of shit. So I'm pretty sure that second dog, I just shot it when it went behind me. Which is pretty interesting. But I'm not complaining. Because when utterly retarded things happen like that in games and they actually fall in our favour, we just don't question them, do we? Only when we get screwed over do we question them. And that's just the way it is. Crank this motherfucking shit, Redfield. You know, recently, what I've seen on YouTube, the Resident Evil 2 remake, Claire Redfield modded skins. So as we know, there was a massive deal before the game came out about costumes. It was kind of retarded, like it kind of encapsulated the whole game more so than anything else. And yeah, with the old Resi games, costumes were a big thing, of course. But they kind of went over the top, both Capcom and the fans. But now, all these mods are completely and utterly perverted and sexual. And if you check them out online, you'll know what I'm talking about. Some of them are just really downright distasteful, and you won't hear me talk like that very often, but they really are. I've got to say. But doesn't it just show the lack of gameplay value of Resident Evil 2 Remake that in this day and age of mods, this is what you're doing? You're just giving her the cute college girl look, you know, and all these lingerie mods and everything. Absolutely ridiculous. And it's just this guy playing the full game. The same guy plays the full game. So it must take him like, I mean, he's obviously completed the game a lot, but he's got infinite weapons. He completes the game 5 or 6 hours, uploads it to YouTube, and obviously they're getting hundreds of thousands of views. No gameplay value. Just all these guys undoubtedly getting off over a modded game character. I mean, what is life? So there you go. Enrico?
Enrico, don't come any closer, Chris.
Oscar-winning performance.
What happened?
Double crosser.
Enrico, wait. Enrico!
Well,
Enrico! Double crosser.
The Hex Crank. Surprise, motherfucker. So we've got to fight the spider now. Two more hunters are going to arrive here. I always feel a little bit nervous about doing this. Obviously, I'm not carrying a shotgun, so I can run a little bit faster, but you tend to be able to get past these straight away, these two guys. So yeah, I'm just going to be using the shotgun against the spider, but I think I'm going to take 2 health items. Oh, actually, there's a herb coming up. Yeah. You can use a flamethrower against the spider. It runs out incredibly quickly, but the thing is, it's very powerful, undoubtedly, against him, but you move really slowly, and this spider's got a few obnoxious attacks. Oh yeah, the boulder. Here's something you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. I just bought Resident Evil 5 for the PS3. Because I hate myself! So I'm going to be streaming that on Twitch again soon. And every time I play Resident Evil 5, I tend to like it less and less each time. But this latest playthrough, we'll find out how I feel soon about it. Sheva's AI is just horrendous, and the game copies the Resident Evil 4 in so many ways and just does nearly everything worse. And there's co-op. And there's inherent racism. Let's take this motherfucker on. Oh shit! What the fuck? Redfield went flying. That was fun. Alright, so let's put the flamethrower back. And let's solve a few puzzles. Playing this in headphones as I play all my games in headphones, you can just hear that very heavy atmosphere. Like there's some kind of machine like whirring in the background. But there isn't. But it's very intimidating and unsettling, but I love it. Because I'm a crazy motherfucker. Why else? Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Now I know you'll be loving this shit right here. Chris Redfield don't care, so you don't care. This really has been the sing-along playthrough, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're enjoying the tunes. I really do. And you know, I was going to buy Queens of the Stone Age Songs for the Deaf. Probably one of the most popular stoner rock and rock in general albums of all time. Went onto Amazon. Yeah, pick this up. It'll be popular as anything, obviously. Should be about £20. And all I could see was a second-hand one, imported, or not, well, you know, shipped over from the US, for £300, second-hand. And I was like, what the fuck? But apparently, only 1,500 vinyls were pressed when the album was released back in 2002, and thus, I'm not getting my hands on it. It's like, that's so strange, because I didn't actually have a look at whether there are other albums around that time, which aren't quite as popular as Songs for the Deaf, are also not on vinyl, but I just found it so strange. I guess, how does that work? I mean, is that the band's decision to not have a certain company produce the album on vinyl that much, or does it cost the band money to do so? I mean, I know because I watch a guy called Rick Beato on YouTube. Absolutely fantastic. That's Rick Beato. I don't know what part of America he's from, but he's from the US, and he's got his own studio. He's in his early 50s. I think it was his heyday in the 80s and the 90s. He's big on the grunge era and the alternative rock era, like I am. And he uploaded a Queens of the Stone Age clip. He does this thing called What Makes This Song Great, where he speaks about a song, goes really in depth about the song. Highly recommend checking it out if you love your music. I have no idea what he's talking about most of the time, to be fair, but that video got taken down, and Queens of the Stone Age more so than a lot of other bands, just like bands like Led Zeppelin, for example, are very big on that. They will come down on you immediately if you fuck about. Put a single second of their music online. Maybe that's got something to do with why Songs to the Deaf's on vinyl, I don't know. But instead, I got an album that came out the year prior to Songs to the Deaf. I got Is This It by The Strokes. And that was £20. That was very common, and that was also a great album. And I will be getting a vinyl for my birthday, because I told my mum, yes, I'm still getting birthday presents at the age of 30, what of it? Buy me a vinyl. I gave her a list of vinyls that I knew weren't that expensive, and I said, surprise me. Obviously I don't expect anything else, it's my one present, but I think Tool's on there, I think Smashing Pumpkins are on there, I think Pink Floyd's on there, and initially Aphex Twin was on there, but I've now got that one, so I scribbled that out. Will you take the shaft? Certainly will. Oops. I got a 10 IQ. So we've got to avoid Lisa Trev now, and although there's a little bit of intimidation there because you know how powerful Lisa Trev is if she attacks you, once you've played the game a few times, you know how to avoid her very easily here, but it still is a little bit intimidating. Right, so I think I go straight here, don't I, as Chris? Yeah. Magnum bullets coming up as well, let's not forget those. This this area here, the camera angles are absolutely awful, man. They really are. Jesus Christ. Very mazy though. That area is a real maze on your first playthrough. Done intentionally by Lord McCartney, make no mistake. Quite easy to miss this ammo here, you know. For the longest time, I didn't know all this loot was here. And as we can see, ladies and gentlemen, there's a bucket of water there. Buckets of rain, buckets of tears, got them buckets coming out of my ears. And all the water there as well, that is actually Gamer Girl Water heading to Twitch HQ. That's right. Heading to Twitch headquarters. Don't know why it'd be heading to Twitch headquarters. Just run with it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going full retard. Join me on this journey. Because why not? So I was watching a Lord Harris clip, avoiding the puddle, Lord Harris, my favourite Twitch streamer, and someone made an off-the-cuff comment about breastfeeding now being legal on Twitch. And I just don't know where you begin, really. I really don't know where you begin. People have spoken in the past about the morals of doing that in public and everything, if it's acceptable, is it not, blah blah blah. I don't care. I'm talking about Twitch.tv. And for me, it shouldn't be allowed. Because those women that are doing it are not being genuine. They're being disingenuous. Oh yeah, while the stream is on, when she probably streams about 2 hours a day, once a week, just at that time is when the baby needs a feed. Absolutely unbelievable. A lot of these scandalous female Twitch streamers will stop at nothing. They really will. Right, so there is at least 12 magnum bullets in the lab area. And it would be nice to use them. But guess what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to store them up and then have a surplus at the end of the game. Alrighty, this is a great area of the game. And you know what? Go back and watch me play this as Jill back in August 2016, 3 years ago, when I did the Jill walkthrough on the channel. And I bet I said something exactly the same. Honestly, I'm very similar. Love this area, so good. I mean, it looks good, but also, due to the lore and the story of the game, it's so important as well. And this is a bit of a WTF moment, because when we come up these ladders, we're going to be back in Lisa Trev's hut. Or shack. Whatever you want to call it. Love shack. Love shack. Come on, come on. Right, we're near to making our second save now. And of course, this is a walkthrough, but if you've never played Resident Evil before, if somebody was wanting to play this masterpiece, and had never played a survival horror old school Resi game, I don't know how many ink ribbons you get on this game, but my advice to them would be try and make some progress before you do save. But just be in the knowledge that there are a lot of ink ribbons and you should be okay. If I had to predict, I'd say there's probably maybe over 30 ink ribbons in this game. Now obviously you've got to make progress to get to a lot of them, but that would be my number one advice to somebody playing this game for the first time, and if they were playing it on normal difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty you can play in your first playthrough, because hard difficulty is not available. And I think that was a pretty good idea from the devs back when this game came out, but yeah, it would be, if you're not making any progress, obviously don't save. Very simple. But if you know you've done some good shit, solved a few puzzles, got some ammo, etc., yeah, save the game. Oh, I need to take that. And the second save here is because there is a rare occurrence where Lisa Trev can actually knock you off and kill you. It's been so long since it happened to me that I kind of always think to myself, can it actually happen? Guess what? I don't want to find out. Coming up to 30 minutes. So it looks like we'll just about be doing Lisa Trevor during this video. And when I say doer, I don't mean engaging in intercourse. Spooky. But yeah, like I say, this door here wasn't on the original. And I remember being shocked that it was here when I played this game for the first time. Certainly a very mysterious door. Anyway, let us... Well, I'm going to save game first, but then get both medals out. We're into the lab. And I'm going to actually look back when I've completed this as Chris. See how long it took me to complete as Jill, because obviously speed is not what this is about at all, but I kind of get the feeling this is going to be around the same time, or maybe a little bit less, as when I completed it as Jill 3 years ago for YouTube. So the game is saved. I got nothing to lose. It's just Albert Wesker versus the world, ladies and gentlemen. Complete global saturation. Complete global masturbation. You know what I'm saying. I don't know why I should turn into Sean Connery then. Ah, Chris. Yes, got Lisa Trevor down here. Now, I'm not even Sean Connery. I'm fucking Dutch. It's unbelievable. Smoke a spliff. Down in the caves. Know what I'm saying? Oh, fuck.
You're a bit of a mess-up. Chris, take a piece of the action.
He says take a piece of the action, but obviously we can't even kill Lisa. And we know that by this part of the game. Oh! Oh, Wesker! Oh, shit! Oh, she knocked it off herself! Oh, it's high-octane action, boys! It's high-octane action! Damn. You know, I'm not sure if you can... I think you can stop Wesker from getting knocked off, but he tends to get knocked off, and obviously he never dies from getting knocked off because Resident Evil logic, but I think you can probably stop him from getting knocked off if you maybe stay near him, or stay near Lisa, or shoot her a few times, but obviously it doesn't make a difference. It just makes it a little bit more dangerous for you, because then Obviously, Lisa Trev has got nothing else other to do. Sorry, nothing else to do but apart from attack you. How do I English? But that was so interesting, and you saw me running away there. I cheekily thought, oh yeah, I should be able to just push off this last stone. That would have been interesting if I actually committed to it, because she ended up knocking it off herself. And I don't think I've ever seen that. I really don't. Did the work for me. I got grenades and I'm not afraid to use them. There's quite a lot of zombies here that I'm going to take the heads off. There's especially 3 of them where the stairs are when you enter the labs. But I think near the end of the labs, just as you finish the game, they actually regenerate. Regenerating enemies. Oh boy, how I hate them. But ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in the next part. It's probably going to take me from here about another 45 minutes to an hour to complete the game, which is a little bit frustrating to say the least, because there's probably going to be one full video and then a short video at the end, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next part. Thanks for watching.